Welcome to this edition of our features and functions guide. Today I'm going to be going over the 2023 Kia Niro SX Touring trim level. Show you the key fob. It's got remote start. You got your lock button up top, unlock just below it, hold button for the tailgate, and then your horn and lights. I'll show you how the remote start works. Make sure the car is locked. Hold in this button on the back for 2 to 3 seconds. And that'll turn on. Now on the SX Touring trim level, there's 3 ways to open the tailgate. One is in the back here. You just press that button right next to the camera in the rear. I'm gonna close this here. The second, on the tailgate, as I mentioned previously, on the key fob, hold that button in. That'll pop open. And then the third I'm going to show you is inside the vehicle, right next to the steering wheel. Now, something else for this tailgate I'd like to show you is you can adjust the height at which this will open up. So you can just pull it down to wherever you think is best for you. Hold in that button and then you'll hear it beep a couple times, and every time you open it, it's gonna open up to this adjusted height. Now your gas cap is on the driver's side rear, and it's a touch and go, so you just press it in, opens up. Nice and simple. All right, you have power seating for the driver. Let me show you how this works. This front one's gonna push it forward, backward, and it also can adjust this seat right here. You can lift it up, back down, and then this one in the middle is for the back there. You can push it forward and backward. And then this circular one is for the lumbar support right in the back there. You can, adjust that any way you need to. Alrighty, over here on the driver's side door, got some options here. Window options, child lock, lock and unlock the doors. You have your window options left, right to adjust your mirrors. And then this one up top here is for the power folding mirrors. I'm gonna press that in, and that'll open and close both of them there. And then you also have 2-position memory seating on the SX Touring. So I'm gonna adjust the seat. I'm gonna keep it here. This seems a good spot for me. You're just gonna hold in 1 or 2. You're gonna hear that little ding. Setting 1 saved. Alrighty, and right next to the driving wheel, you have a couple buttons here. This one with the light bulb plus or minus sign, this is for the brightness on the screen right here in front of you, this digital cluster. And you can turn that up or down. And then this is your third tailgate button. You can hold that in, that'll open the tailgate for you. This one is a 12-volt battery reset button. So if you ever get in the car and notice your battery's dead, you can hold this in and that'll reset the battery for you, which is pretty nice, so you don't have to, jump it. This is traction control. You can turn that off, which is pretty cool. And then down here, you have your fuse box right here, and then your hood lever's right there. I can adjust the steering wheel however I want with this little lever here, push it in, pull it out, lift it up or down, and then you're just gonna pull that back up to lock it in place. And then over here on the left side, this is where you have your cruise control settings. That's this button right up here. This will set your speed. You can lower the speed as well, and then also to click it in, that's how you're gonna turn it off. And then this has smart cruise control with stop and go. So this is your car length button down here. You can set it up to 3 car lengths. The vehicle will stop, and then as traffic starts moving forward, the vehicle will, begin driving again for you. This button here is your lane keeping assist. You can turn this button, you can turn this option on or off using that button. So what that feature does is it steers you back into the center of the lane if you drive over or drive on a line. And then this button up here changes what's in this cluster right here in the center. And then you use this OK button up and down to change each setting. So you have tire pressure, engine temperature, and then down here is your lane safety, trip info, and I'm using this OK button to scroll up and down with those there. Charging, you got your trip info again, and then there's a compass there. Over here on the right side is where you have your Bluetooth settings. Voice recognition right up here. You can pick up calls. This is your radio volume, mode. Now mode and this star button here, I'll press it. And this is just a steering wheel function, kind of a favorite button. So you see what's lit up as mode button on the steering wheel. And then I can click whatever I want here, to show up every time you press this mode button. And then same thing goes for the star. You'll see it right above that, custom button star steering wheel. You can adjust and choose whatever you'd like for when you press that button on the steering wheel. This Niro SX Touring also has a couple different drive modes. You got this button right here on the steering wheel. Eco and Sport, you can see it change with the color as well. Eco is, just a gas-saving economy mode. And then Sport, it just has some increased acceleration, so it's going to be a little bit quicker. Over here to the right of the driver is where the shifter lives. You also have a charging station right up here, wireless charging pad down on the bottom. You have a 12-volt port here on the left. You have a USB port in the center. That is for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it'll also charge your phone as well. You have a USB-C port just for charging. And then down here we have start-stop engine button. You have heated and ventilated seats for both the passenger and driver. You can also turn it off just by holding that button in if you'd like. That works for both the heated and ventilated seats. You have a heated steering wheel for the driver. Auto hold, what this feature does is anytime you want to take your foot off the brake while you're stopped, this feature will hold you in place with your foot off of the brake, when that function is turned on. You have a emergency parking brake. This is electronic. And then over here on the right, you have a P with a cone. That button's lit up. That's your rear parking sensor. So anytime you're in reverse and an object appears behind you, or a person, a car, or if you're starting to get close to something, this function, this feature will let you know. And then you have this little camera with a P inside of it. Anytime you're in park or drive, you can press this button and it's going to bring you to your camera, which I just pressed right there. And then anytime you're in reverse as well, your rear camera will show up. So that's one way to go to your camera. And then down low here, we have some adjustable cup holders. You can push these in, you can push them out if you have something a little smaller or tighter in there. But now over to the touch screen here and your climate controls, radio settings, that's all right in here. So I am on the climate control settings right here. You see this orange fan lit up. That's how you know you're on your climate control settings. And then watch when I press this, it changes you over to your radio settings, map, navigation. This becomes your power and volume knob. This becomes your tuning knob. And then when I go back over to the climate control settings, you see that changes there. This is also your power button, and then driver side. This is your passenger side. And then you have your fans here, right in the center. You can turn that up or down. These are your modes right here. You can adjust that however you want. You can sync them. You can go turn on the AC. You have your defrosters, auto climate, air circulation for the back. You got all that good stuff right there. Is your hazards. This is pretty much your home screen for the touchscreen there. You see your date, time, all that fun stuff. And then you have a couple pages here on the touchscreen. Hybrid setting. This is where you can see your fuel economy, the energy flow of the vehicle. You can see that happening right now. I'm in park and the battery is kind of recharging itself. You can also see electric motor use. And then you have your map and navigation. Map just takes you to the map there. And then your navigation menu, that's where you can search all of your points of interest. You can check out some saved places. You have favorites down here. You can check traffic patterns, search for Kia dealerships. Phone, easy to set up with Bluetooth. Add new device, you just go into your Bluetooth, search up Kia. Phone projection, that's for Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Voice memo. Voice memos are stored on this vehicle system until detected. Please go to menu to delete, so you can just record something right on there. You press that button, and then you can hit the stop button if you ever want to save some voice memos, any notes or anything like that. Some extra climate control settings, valet mode. Valet mode can be turned on the Kia Access app or through here. So basically what valet mode does, if you ever hand off your keys to valet, it'll lock your center console and your glove compartment over there. Quiet mode, that only plays the music up in the 2 front seats, not in the back. So it's a nice feature to have if anybody's relaxing or sleeping in the back. HD radio data, got this in here. Not only can the radio play in high definition, but you can also check on traffic, the Doppler radar, fuel prices for the area. You can search by brand, fuel type. You can save favorites here, but these are all local gas stations with updated prices. Go back, and then again, just some more radio settings, and then setup. That's where you can go a little bit more in depth, like vehicle, navigation, sound settings, device connections. You can set up user profiles. You can set 2 profiles for 2 different drivers. You can change your screen layout, display settings, the brightness and everything, Kia Connect, and some more general settings. But all right, let me go into vehicle here. Now this is where you can adjust your driver assistance or your safety technology. So let me just go into driving convenience. Driving convenience, it has smart cruise control, highway driving assist, and you can adjust these just by clicking it there. It'll turn it off, you turn it back on. Speed limit warning, has speed limit assist, adjust the vehicle speed based on the current speed limit of the road. Speed limit warning provides a warning when the speed limit is exceeded, or you can just turn that off and disable it. And then you just got some other features here. Leading vehicle departure alert, alerts the driver during a stop when the leading vehicle departs. Turn that off if you'd like, just by pressing the button. But it gives you the option to turn some features off if there's some of those safety features that you don't like. And then again, just some other kind of settings down here: lights, door, seating, convenience. I'll show you what's in convenience. Rear occupant alert, alerts the driver to remain in the seats before leaving the vehicle. Wireless charging system, auto rear wiper, door, your power liftgate. It has a smart power tailgate, so it opens the liftgate automatically when you approach the rear with the smart key. And then again, lights, cluster, climate. It gives you options for adjusting some stuff. I'm gonna go into setup here, and then general. This is where you can update some more general settings. You can do a computer update, a system update. You can adjust the date and time here. You can change the language, change the keyboard. You can do all that from inside general, which is in setup. And then scroll over here, media settings, notification settings, user's manual. I'm gonna go into Kia Connect. Now you can use roadside assistance, check the weather, check vehicle diagnostics, your maintenance schedule, all from Kia Connect. Now, Kia Access, the app, to activate that, if we haven't already done that for you, you just click Activate Service, and then through the app, you pretty much just create an account. And then once this is activated on the screen here, you've created your account. Through the app, it's going to give you a passcode, a digital key, and then you just plug that code into the screen here, and then that activates your service, and you'll have all the Kia Access features on the app, like remote start, climate control, lock unlock car doors, has a GPS so you can see where your car is if it's stolen or anything like that. So it's a very nice feature to have. All right, and above the driver, this is where you have your LED touch lights. You can just press this button, that'll turn all the lights on, or this button here with that orange lit up, that will that will turn on the lights anytime a car door is open. And then here you have a manual shade for the sunroof, and then it's a little rainy, as you can see, so I'm not going to really open this, but very easy to use. You just push it back to open it, and then push it forward to close it. You have the sunshade there, and then you also have like a 911 emergency call if you ever get in an accident or anything. And then you can press Kia Connect. That'll get you to your Kia Connect settings there. Let me show you the Winder here. Got a light there, a little mirror. Some good stuff there. And we're in the back just to show you how you can put these seats down. So on each shoulder, got this little button up here. You just pull that. You'll be able to push them down nice and easy. And then just to bring them back up,